You're my honey bun, sugar plum, pumpy umby umpkin. You're my sweetie pie. You're my cupcake gumdrop, snickums, spickums. You're the...
Is that nice? Does that feel nice, Mishka? Hey guys! So we're here today. We're gonna film a video all about this fur baby right here, Mishka. It's gonna be a full day of her pretty much. We're gonna go over everything, like how we got her, what made us get her. We have a video about what a day in a life with a mini husky, like with an Alaskan Klee is. So we'll link that one down below if you want to take a look at that one. But today we decided that we wanted to talk more about how we got her. We've got an intruder right there. How we got her and like what it's been like since we've had her. We've had her for about
4 years almost.
4 years, I would say. And as you can tell,
There's a lot of fur.
A lot of fur everywhere. But I wouldn't change it for the world because she's the cutest.
Yes.
So maybe we'll put her down because she doesn't last very long.
Yeah, she's whining a little bit. All right, honey, we'll catch back up with you. We got to tell everybody about who you are, what you do for a living, and how we got you, how we found you, and you know. So we'll come back. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Oi. We're in really casual gear because, as you guys know, what's going around the world today, so we're just...
We are quarantined. My hair is... I didn't have time to get ready.
Your hair looks great. We're in quarantine. Quarantine? How do you say?
Quarantined?
Yeah.
Quarantine.
So we're in the house. We have not left, and we thought this would be a fun video to make. So the first thing was I wanted a dog. Like...
Mishka, it's not your turn yet.
Since I met Jonathan, like I've had dogs all my life since I was little. So when I moved in with him, he had Aiden. And
I had my cat Aiden over here. He's right there. He's now 10 years old, and we wanted to add a dog.
Well, he wasn't much of a dog person when I first met him.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't like dogs. I don't want a dog. No, dogs, no. And now...
Well, I said, if we're going to get a dog, we only have to get... What are you doing over there? Should we take this video outside? Let's take this video outside. Come on, guys.
Oh my God.
Come on, we'll film outside. Oh, the sprinklers came on. Whoops. Mishka.
Wait, Mishka, you're...
There she goes.
No. Mishka, no. You're gonna get a bath today, but not yet.
She's very curious about the pool. Oh!
That's one thing about Mishka. She loves being outdoors. Where we live, there's a lot of coyotes and stuff, so we don't let her out here unless we're here and we can watch her the whole time. Yeah, basically Jonathan was like, if we get a dog, it has to be this specific type of dog because...
Alaskan Klee. I love Huskies, but
they're too big.
They're way too big for us. Especially
and we lived in an apartment at the time, so it's not like we could have a huge dog.
And the Huskies, I think they're like 80 to 100 pounds, depending what kind of breed you get. But the Alaskan Klee, they're supposedly 15 to 17 inches tall, which Mishka is. And they're...
Come here. Come.
Come here.
Come here.
She wants attention. She wants to play right now. But she's supposed to be 15 to 17 inches tall, and then anywhere from like 10 to 25 pounds. But Stefy wanted to, when we were picking out the pictures and everything, we have a couple pictures of...
Well, we gotta backtrack a little bit. So, Mishka is more of a husky looking dog. Like, Alaskan Klee guys, they look like her. She looks like an Alaskan Klee guy too, but if you really look at both, like an Alaskan Klee guy and a Husky, she's more of the Husky look than an Alaskan Klee guy. She's just bigger overall.
She just wants to be in the vlog.
She's just a bigger dog overall.
All right, we got it. All right, we had a few interruptions, so we'll get to this bottom of the story, but we have to give her a little treat ball thing. She likes this little gadget here.
We just bought it. It has treats, but it's like a trick. Like she has to get them out of there. I think she just eats them.
Yeah. There you go.
Go play with it. Go, take it somewhere.
Maybe we should bring her bed. Okay guys, so now we're getting back on track. We're gonna tell you how exactly we got her, how we chose her, where we got her, the whole story.
I was just gonna say, it took a long time.
It was. Well, we were searching for a couple weeks. I think we were on Puppy Finder, doing research on the breed, where to find her, and we were talking to a lot of breeders, because like, this is a special breed, so you have to do research and you have to be on a waiting list, and it's kind of complicated because we were looking at a Pomsky, which is a Pomeranian Husky, and then we were looking at...
Those are pretty cute too.
Yeah, they're cute, but they're expensive.
Yeah.
It depends if you get blue eyes or brown eyes, or one blue eye, one brown eye. So you got to do your research. There's a Pomsky, which are kind of small, fluffier, and then there's Alaskan Klee, which I like, is more like of a wolf-like mini or more husky type.
Yeah, she literally looks like a husky, and Mishka is more husky. Like she looks more like a husky than Alaskan Klee usually do. I mean, they all look like they're related, but like within the family. But I feel like Mishka has very like husky features. Like when people see her on the street, they think she's like a puppy husky, because you know,
right? She
looks very husky.
Yeah, they think, oh, it's a puppy. Well, the puppy's not growing anymore. So the puppy is fully grown for 4 years now. So, yeah, the last typical Alaskan Klee, we'll pull up some stats here. You can do your research on Wiki or wherever, but typically 15 to 17 inches tall, anywhere from 10 or I think 15 pounds to 25 pounds. She came out to a little bit over that, statistically wise. She's 40 pounds, and she's
more husky. Like, I don't know, I feel like she's just built like bigger. Yeah, you know.
Well, and then Steph, we were looking, so we did our research and everything. We ended up at minitoyhuskiesgalore.com. We'll link that down below. You could check them out. Got a lot of cute puppies on there. Yeah,
I gotta say that, like, it's scary. Like, make sure you really do your research and go through reviews and everything, because like
a lot of scams.
Yeah, and most of these breeds are not in California. Like, we live in California, so a lot of, you know, wherever you are, you might be looking at a breed that is not breed in your state, so you kind of have to look out of the state, which then makes it a little more scary, because it's like, what if, you know?
Yeah, you have to go there, you have to pick it up, or you can have them shipped. We had her shipped, but stepping back, we'll pull up the picture of like what the initial posting was, and she was the chubby one. The breeder said. She's like,
wait, let's get. So we were looking at all of them in the website, and Jonathan was really leaning towards like a male dog. But I've had dogs pretty much all my life, and nothing against male dogs, I love them, but I just don't really like the humping. It drives me insane. Like, I can't deal with it. And then I thought, like, if we have kids, the kids are gonna see the dog humping things. Like, no, it's just not for me. So I've always liked female dogs, and I just feel like they're, I don't know, it's just my preference. So we were looking, and Jonathan was like, look at this one and this one. But
yeah, I wanted it to match Aiden, our cat. I wanted like a silver and white kind of dog with blue eyes maybe, and have my two boys together. But Stefy wanted a girl, and we came across this one, and she was the chubby one, because she would eat her brother's food. And it's kind of like her today. She eats everything. She loves to eat, you know, Aiden's food. Aiden likes to eat her food too.
Yeah. So
she was a bit chubby on the other side. There's like different, there's like mini toy, and there's, I think I forget, there's like another I don't know, miniature or something like that. But the toy is like, they're really tiny, like basically a toy. And then you have the, I'll have to look it up, mini, and so there's different scales. So you can get like a 10-pound dog, 15 or 25 pound. I think Mishka, she said it was gonna be like 25 to 30 pounds, but she kept eating her brother's food and she's now 40 pounds.
Yeah, she's on the bigger scale, but I don't know, I just saw her picture and she just looks so cute. Like, she looked more husky than the other dogs, so I really like that about her, that she had that like husky look as a puppy already. So I don't know, I just, as soon as I saw her, I told Jonathan, I was like, she's the one, like I want her. So you kind of did the process of getting her.
Yeah, I called the lady, I said I really want her, and she was kind of hard to get a hold of, and then she was kind of, we were kind of going back between different dogs, so she wanted to make sure that we wanted that one, and I really wanted to lock it in, and I called her a bunch of times. I'm like, let's lock it in, let's do it. And then she took
FaceTime, right?
No.
Oh.
She just sent her pictures and sent us pictures of her. But I called her and she wanted my credit card information over the phone. I'm like, here we go.
Well, let's talk about cost.
Well, yeah, I'll get there. And then, so I call her, yeah, I do the credit card thing. The fraud alert comes up, like, are you sure this was you?
Because this was in Kansas. We didn't say, but the breeder is in Kansas. We're in California.
Yeah, so the Chase was like, are you here? Is this a real transaction? So they declined my card, and then I did it again. And Mishka was $13.50, I believe. Sounds about right. So I think Mishka was about $13.50, all said and done, $1,500 with shipping. And if you wanted to get a blue-eyed one, it's about $3,000. So we ended up with the brown eyes, but she's beautiful anyways.
Something that I really like about the breeder too is, it was a little weird, you know, it's hard to, it was a little weird. It's hard to kind of trust someone that's so far away and you just talk over the phone with such a big transaction. But she assured us like about pretty much everything. Something that I really liked is that the breeder included everything, so all her shots and everything. I took her to the vet, I think like about a day after we picked her up. Like, you picked her up and then the next day I took her to the vet.
We'll step back, like, so you have to have all the shots, everything, because the airport has to, you know, make sure everything's good. So we shipped her to LAX, and LAX, I drove there during the week, and I picked her up, and we have video of it, so we'll insert a little clip. Do we?
Yeah, like when she's like in her little crate with the water, and you're giving her the water for the first time.
Yeah. That was cool. She was very nervous. She threw up in her cage. So the whole ride home, it smelled terrible. And yeah, I just wanted to get her home and bathed and everything like that, because I was so nervous. I've never had a dog, and it was like a brand new dog, puppy, and she was all lost. And I wanted her to come out of the cage when I was driving. And yeah, it was a cool experience, but very nerve-wracking, because like, even looking for her at the airport, you're like, you know, is that her? And it's just the paperwork too. It's like you have to bring like a proof of paperwork that it's like your dog. So it's pretty exciting and nervous feeling. But we got her in the car, drove her back home, and then we introduced her to Aiden. Aiden was like, what the hell? Yeah, what the heck is this? And she didn't want to come out of the cage for a while too. She was so spooked. So I left the cage open, had some water out, and
she was so skittish. Like, I mean, she's still very skittish. She's very nervous around people. She's gotten a lot better, but when we first got her, she was so like terrified of everyone, of everything. Like, the breeder had like a huge backyard, so that's where she had all the dogs. So obviously there wasn't much like walking around, leaves moving, things coming at her. So the very first times that we took her out, she was just very like thrown off. Like, every little thing that would pass by her, she would like freak out, like she didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I think the plane you know, the plane trip kind of messed her up.
Yeah, they kind of get a little traumatized. But she's okay now. She's getting better at it.
Well, she's 4 now. We take her out as much as we can and try to experience all the things, show her around town. And once she gets acclimated to an area, she knows where to go, and she's like, I want to go over here, and you know.
Yeah, she's gotten a lot better. It's just funny because, like, I don't know, Jonathan was so not a dog guy, and now he's like all about it.
I don't know. It's like once you never know until you have your own. It's like a kid, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's a cute baby. But then when you have your own, it's like, oh, this is my baby. Yeah, she's the best. Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
So then we took her to the vet. We got her all situated with the vet. We got her all her shots, deworming, everything like that is required. She had ear mites.
She did.
So that was fixed. Typically with, you know, breeding a lot of dogs and they're outside, they get, you know, all these things, but you have to take them to the shots and do all that. So that's normal. As far as Stefy wanted to talk about the cost of the dog, she's about, I think, $80 a month in food. I think like 60, 70, $80 of food with treats and everything.
Twice a day.
Yeah, we feed her twice a day, one in the morning, one at night, and she's pretty good about that. And she's 40 pounds. I think if we brush her more, she'll be like under 40.
Yeah, she's a very good breed. Like, they're very, very smart dogs. She's a really quick learner. Like, she learned to sit, shake, high five,
all in one
down,
day. Yeah.
All in like one day. She's really good, but they're also really, really smart to the point where they kind of try to manipulate you. So you kind of have to be careful with that.
She's shy, so like
very shy
and very loyal. So she like loves us, loves who she knows. But like when people come over, she's like,
"Who are you?"
Yeah,
like
so,
it takes her a little bit to warm up.
Yeah. And she was, we used to take her to dog parks and stuff like that. And she was like, you know.
Really good with dogs, actually.
But now she's like.
Not good.
Because we haven't taken her, and then like I took her once and she got attacked. So it's kind of, you got to do your research, and that's how you want to raise your dog. But dog parks can make dogs more aggressive, so you want to be careful with that. And that's my baby, so I don't want her.
Well, something that we learned too, because we realized that a lot of dogs were really aggressive just towards her.
Because she looks like a wolf.
Yeah, so that's what a couple trainers at the parks that were there a couple times told us, that other dogs look at her and she's like we would take her to the medium-sized dog park. So there were some dogs that were a little bigger than her and some dogs that were smaller than her. And usually like the ones that were kind of in between her, like kind of smaller but still kind of close to her, they were the ones that would go at her. And we learned that it's because of the wolf feature. Like they kind of feel like she's a wolf and they're kind of terrified, so they just like lounged at her. So that's that.
What is it? Come over here. Come on over here. Come on, get in the frame.
She's been bugging us all morning.
I know. Especially we're home all day now. She wants to like go on five walks a day.
Yeah.
If you guys are looking to get an Alaskan Klee, do your homework, do your research, be prepared to run a lot. I run about 2 miles, 3 miles a day with her.
They're energetic,
very energetic, very playful. So yeah, just do your research. But yeah, there's
feel free to ask us too. Like we'll put the link down below of where we got Mishka. I think she's still breeding.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I wanted to get another one too, but it's like
yeah, no, it's okay.
There's a lot of fur. Mishka, like there's like fur everywhere.
Yeah, and I love Mishka. I don't know. I feel like she has Aiden. My mom lives with us and she has a little Yorkie, so she has interaction with other, you know, like she's fine. We don't need another dog, but yeah, we'll link the lady down below. Also, if you're looking for any kind of breed, I suggest that you make sure they have a breeder's like certificate. If you're a breeder, you're supposed to be registered as a breeder and everything by the city or I don't know. So just make sure that like if you are looking for someone and you're getting them from a breeder, that they are legit breeders, that they're not just people breeding dogs just because they want to make money. So just make sure you do your research. Feel free to ask us questions too, like if anything that you need to know, you want to know about this specific breed.
Yeah, send us a DM on Instagram, YouTube, wherever you're watching. Feel free to reach out. Happy to answer questions and see what you're looking at. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up for Mishka, and hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.